Hi, Emmanuel here with T2S. In this series, what we'll continue doing is to help you prepare for the Red Hat Certified Systems Administration or Administrator. And then that's an exam that you can take online. You go to just look Google for Red Hat Enterprise. You're gonna find it there. And in my previous series, in my previous videos, in this specific series, I have shared more about what this exam entails. So you can just go back to my original videos, especially the first one in this series, and it's gonna elaborate more on the different parts of the exam and what you need to prepare for and how you can prepare yourself for the exam. Today in this video, what I'm gonna talk about is how do we create users with supplementary group memberships, and how do we manipulate how do we manipulate all of these users' accounts in a way that they can move from one group to the next. And this is one of the things that you have to master, one of the skills that you have to master. And the second thing is it has to do with collaborative directory. How do you set up something like that, making sure that you accomplish these requirements that you see on the screen here? Group ownership, how do you change that and manipulate that, and how do you make that directory readable, writable, and accessible to members of the group? And also, how do you make sure that members of this group, they can be able to collaborate? Lastly, the files that you create in this specific directory, how do you make them automatically belong to the specific group that you want to assign? So that's a project in this video. And remember, the purpose of doing this, these are like hands-on tips to help you ace your exam as a Red Hat Certified System Administrator. And then before we jump into that, I'm gonna show you something here quickly. Just stay on, watch this quick video.
Are you ready to unlock a world of opportunities in the ever-expanding realm of information technology? Welcome to Transform to Succeed, your pathway to a rewarding IT career. Get ready to embark on a transformative journey with our exclusive program, Training for IT Careers, starting on September 8, 2023. This intensive 7-month training is your gateway to a high-paying IT career. The best part? No need to worry about your daily commute. All our classes are conducted online through Zoom. Our flexible schedule ensures training on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Time, making it easy to balance your studies with your busy life. We understand the importance of real-world expertise. Our training will equip you with skills in Linux, AWS, and DevOps to start your IT career in 7 months. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your IT career. Registration is already open, but seats are very limited. To enroll into the program, go to www.transformed2succeed.com. Transformed to Succeed, your pathway to a rewarding IT career.
Thank you. Let's jump into our we're gonna jump into to the first task that we have. And the first task is to create users with supplementary group, supplementary group. So we're gonna do that. Let me see if I can I can adjust my terminal to fit here, and I think we should be okay for now. Yeah, I think we should be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and log onto my system here, and you all can see, my system, okay? And what we want to do here, if you look at the task that we have to accomplish here, is to create 2 users. One would be Tom, and the second one would be Luis. We're gonna assign them a secondary membership, a group membership that we will name sales. Okay, to recapitulate, so we're gonna create 2 users, Tom and Luis. Then we're gonna assign them to a secondary group membership that we will name sales. When you have a question like this one, the first thing that you need to do first is to create the group. And to create a group, you are just gonna do group add, and we will call it sales. Okay, we're gonna have to use a sudo. So you do sudo group add sales. So we have added the group, and to verify, what you can do grep sales from this file here. Every time you create a group, it goes to the /etc group here. So press enter, and you see, so the group has been created. And what we need to do now we create the 2 users. The first one will be Tom, and we're gonna assign Tom to sales, and this is going to be like a second group. Every time you create a new user, by default the system will assign a group by the name of the login name of the user. Like Tom will belong to first Tom, and then will belong now to the sales, because we are going to assign Tom sales as a second group. So we're gonna do that, then press enter. Permission denied, always do sudo. So we're gonna do the same command but starting with sudo. Do that, and that's done. And the second user that we need to add is gonna be Luis. Then we'll assign Luis also to the sales as her secondary group. So we're gonna do that sudo add. So now after we do that, what we need, the next thing, I mean, you can verify first that Tom exists, and to verify you go here to /etc password, because that's every time you create a new user, the information about the account of the new user goes to /etc password. So you're gonna do that, and you see here Tom belongs here, and if you do id Tom, so you can find the different groups that Tom belongs to. Like here, this is the user ID, the group ID, and then you have the 2 groups Tom belongs to, Tom and then sales. And you can do the same with Luis here. So you see here you have Luis, first group, primary group, and then secondary group, that would be sales. So that's it about this first task. But let's say we want to create another user by the name of Corey with a supplementary group by the name of DevOps, but this time we will not assign any interactive shell to Corey. And to do that, what we do, we're gonna use this command. First, we create the group, which is DevOps. So we're gonna do group add, and this is the group that's been created. So you can grab DevOps from /itsy group to verify it's there. So now we're gonna add Corey. We're gonna add Corey to the group here, but with no shell. That's why we use the flag, that option -s to say, okay, what shell do we wanna apply to this account, and in this case there will be no login shell. Then the name of the user, that's Corey, then press enter, of course. So I'm gonna go back and use sudo again. So that's done. And if you ID, let's say you ID Corey, and this is what you get. Corey belongs to this group and to the other group, but Corey has no login shell. So you can do that. So let me try this. Corey, what is that? Never mind. Okay, let's go to the next task. But I'll show you how to. You can also grab, if you want to grab Corey from /itsy password here. That's another way to verify. So see, and then here the shell, you see it's a no login shell. So now what we're gonna go to task number 2, and task number 2, what we do, as I told you before, we're gonna set up a collaborative directory that we will name mount/sales, meaning mount, that's the parent directory, and then sales, it's like a child directory under mount directory. And these are the requirements. The group ownership should be sales group that we have already created, and the directory should be readable, writable, and accessible to all the members of the sales group, but not to any other user. And number 3, we'll make sure that users Tom and Louise, we have already created, should be able to work collaboratively, meaning they have they can collaborate. When Tom creates a file, Louise can have access to that file and they can read, even though they can't do anything there. And the same will apply to Tom. And lastly, the files that we create in the sales directory should automatically belong to the sales group. Let's jump right into this. So we have a terminal here. What we are going to do, first of all, we're gonna create, and to create ∑ we're gonna create this file, this directory, right? So we do that, and again, then you're gonna do sales, and that's created. So you can check. No, actually, the way you check, you go to the mount directory here. So we're gonna go there, and then ls. You see there, we have the sales. We've just created that directory. So I'm gonna clear that. And now, one of the requirements is we're gonna make sure that the ownership of this directory under MNT, or the mount directory, is the group that we have created. No. What we're gonna do? Let me explain here. I'm gonna rephrase. So the sales group that we created earlier. So we're gonna make sure that this specific directory, sales, belongs to that group. So that's what we're gonna do here. And to do that, what you do, I'm gonna cd. To do that, what you have to do is to use the _group. So you use the _group, and this is the remember the group that we created before, and then we're gonna say, okay, so this directory sales will belong to that group. And when you do that, so you're changing let me see, you're changing ownership of the group. And if you want to verify what you can do LLD, and then you have the path to that directory. So you do that. Okay, so I think I missed something here. So we're gonna do D here to say it's a directory. So we're gonna do we do that to verify. We've done that, and then you see it belongs to the owner, it's root, but it belongs to this group here now. So the sales group has the ownership of this directory. So we've accomplished that. And then the next thing, what we need to do, back to our tasks here, the next thing is we want to make this directory readable, writable, and accessible to all members of the sales group, but no to any other users. So I'm gonna go quick here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna modify permissions by using the chmod command, and I will do the 770, which means that for this specific directories, the permissions that will be affected, the group user category that will be affected, it's the group here, and that's why we use the 2. And I'm gonna make sure that the 7 which represent, it's an octal value or form of permissions. So that's read, write, and execute. So 3, you're talking about 2, 4, 1. Read, write, execute. So that's 7. 2 plus 4 plus 1. And that will apply to the group here. And then you see the last user category, that's the public, that's the world, and I give them 0. And I'm gonna make sure that I do sudo here, and I press enter. And then you see, so we have changed permissions here. And if you verify, so you see here, it's a directory, that's why we have a D here, and then the user, the owner, has all permissions, and then the group also have all permissions, and they can even share. They can share, so that this directory has become shareable. And what I need to do to verify what I can do is I can touch, let's say I want to touch something in the sales and create a file by the name of test. So you can do this a couple of ways, many ways. So you can do that, defining the complete path to that file, or you can cd into the mount directory and then into the sales directory and then create that file. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna do the sudo touch. I'm gonna just call that command and then do sudo, and that's done. And if you wanna verify, you can just do kind of like the same command here, but you remove that -d because it's not a directory, and then here you type test, and then you have to do the sudo. So let's just do the ls. We're gonna do I'm gonna do a different command here. Let's say I wanna, you can do ls, and then you can do lstr, see what happens. So let me try to do sudo. So finally asking for permissions because of this place here. And that's kind of like a special directory, and then someday we'll talk about that more. So here we see this here. So test file has been created, and these are the permissions with this file. The group, they can read, they can so we have created here, and everybody in this group can read the file. And so that's one way to verify. And then I'm gonna just stop here. But at least what we have done, we have talked about how can you set up a collaborative directory and then meet all of those requirements. In an exam, you will come across that, and just use the commands as I have shared with you today in this video. And then task number 1, which was to add users. Make sure that you master those skills, especially applying user IDs and applying groups and then stuff like that. So applying secondary groups, that's what I meant to say. Let me take you back to this here, and I'm gonna conclude with this task that may also come into an exam, which is to add a new user with a specific ID number, like user ID. So let's say we want to create a new user by the name of 𝑘𝑎𝑣. We wanna do sudo user add, then 𝑘𝑎𝑣, because we want to assign a specific user ID to this new user, and this ID will be like this. So you use the -u to assign a specific user ID, then you press enter, then you do ID 𝑘𝑎𝑣 to verify, and this is what we've done here. Sorry about that. This is what we have done here, the user ID. Well, this concludes our demo today. Wish you the best, God's blessings. I hope to see you in the next video.
Are you ready to unlock a world of opportunities in the ever-expanding realm of information technology? Welcome to Transform to Succeed, your pathway to a rewarding IT career. Get ready to embark on a transformative journey with our exclusive program, Training for IT Careers, starting on September 8, 2023. This intensive 7-month training is your gateway to a high-paying IT career. The best part? No need to worry about your daily commute. All our classes are conducted online through Zoom. Our flexible schedule ensures training on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Time, making it easy to balance your studies with your busy life. We understand the importance of real-world expertise. Our training will equip you with skills in Linux, AWS, and DevOps to start your IT career in 7 months. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your IT career. Registration is already open, but seats are very limited. To enroll into the program, go to www.transformed2succeed.com. Transformed to Succeed, your pathway to a rewarding IT career.